Many people are mourning the loss of religion in the West, and the strongest religions in the West now is Islam, which is by far the worst religion. Many people are mourning the loss of religion, but religion is still there, just by another name. The new religion is leftist dogma. Whether it's Marxism is a religion. People say Marxism was evil, communism was evil, and look, it was atheists being evil. It wasn't done in the name of atheism. In fact, Marxism is a religion. That's why, as with all religions, that's why it wanted to keep other religions out. The vast majority of religions say you must believe in my God, and if you believe in another God, you're going to hell. Same with Marxism. You can't be Christian. You must believe in the religion of Marxism, the religion of communism. Communism will take over that area of your life. You must have faith in communism. As with religion, even though you know communism doesn't work, Marxism doesn't work, you know there are bread lines in the shops because you've got no free market, the best invention of humanity. You have no free market to provide an efficient delivery of goods and services to people. There's no free market there, so communism will always fail. Even though you can see there's bread lines in the shops, even though you know half your family's in the secret police, and people keep going missing and ending up in the gulag, even though you know it's all bullshit, you have to have faith and you must not question it. Again, these are the evil things at the heart of religion. They're the evil things at the heart of communism. Same is true of intersectionality, same is true of far leftist dogma, same is true of Antifa, Black Lives Matter, all these organisations. You must have dogma. You cannot question the ideology. You can only question any of these ideologies, intersectionality, Black Lives Matter, Antifa, etc. You can only question them if you become more extreme. So if someone at Black Lives Matter said, well, maybe not all white people are bad. What about poor white people? How dare you? Get out. We don't want to hear from you. Sit down. If someone stands up and says, actually, black people are even more oppressed than you think they are, who's going to disagree with that? So you end up getting constantly more extreme. You can never question sensibly any of these far leftist ideas. Because you'll be shut down. So, of course, they get ever more and more ridiculous and extreme. Just like religions often do. People get whipped up into a frenzy when practicing religion sometimes. Look at Antifa when they're, instead of discussing ideas with people, they're just beating people up because they literally think Auschwitz is about to be created in Portland, Oregon, probably the most left-wing place on the face of the planet. They think Auschwitz is about to be put there. They're like delusional people walking around the streets with sandwich boards saying, oh, the end is nigh, the sky is falling. This is how delusional these people are. But they cannot question it. If they question it, they'll be slapped down and they'll probably be ejected from the organisation. But yes, just like people get in the rapture, people get in very excited when practicing religion sometimes, like the ISIS suicide bomber going to blow themselves up. You need to cast aside all doubt, and there should be a lot of doubt. Cast aside all doubt and just go and do this thing. This is Antifa. This is Black Lives Matter. This is intersectionalists. This is communists, Marxists, most university lecturers. You have to cast aside the doubt and have blind faith in your ideology. But intersectionality is possibly worse than religion, because at least a lot of religious people are happy to debate their religion with atheists. You almost never see far leftists, intersectionalists ever debate with anyone. Firstly, of course, they'll just instantly be destroyed and their racism and sexism would be exposed, which is why at least some people at university now are beginning to see this brainwashing bullshit for what it is. But the practical result of this is none of these ideas are ever tested in an open forum. These ideas are destroyed easily, trivially. by people on the side. Or what about the poor white person? How does that work for intersectionality? No answer. It's just, intersectionality is a ridiculous idea. The oppression Olympics, the white guys are in the caste system. The white guys are at the bottom. The trans, disabled, black, woman of colour, albino is at the top. It's a ridiculous oversimplification, and it leads to a society which is just as biased in the other direction. It's stupid. It's obviously a stupid idea. But the fact these ideas are never tested in a public forum because these people are all too scared. All these intersectionalists are pussies. They're all too scared to test their ideas because they know their ideas are bullshit. Let me say that again. Anyone who calls themselves intersectional is a pussy. They are scared to test their ideas because they know their ideas are bullshit. This is clearly true. I have never once seen an intersectionalist in a debate on a stage with a rational, intelligent person who obviously isn't an intersectionalist. One of the few times I have seen this is the Channel 4 interview with Jordan Peterson, where he destroyed the moronic intersectionalist woman who was interviewing him. And the reason probably he destroyed her is because, again, everyone is too scared, or almost everyone's too scared to test these stupid intersectional far-left ideas in public because they don't want to lose their job. So these stupid ideas that would have been slapped down years ago, were most people not scared of losing their job for doing it. These stupid ideas keep rumbling on. And the more momentum they get, the more force the slapdown's going to take. So when Jordan Peterson destroys Catherine Newman on Channel 4, she's probably quite surprised. She had some kind of cartoonish Nazi caricature of Jordan Peterson in her head. And when she actually met him and interviewed him and saw that he's an intelligent person with good ideas, far better than her own, this must have given her the what is known as the NPC, cognitive dissonance head explosion, because she knows he's right. And there's nothing she can do about it, and her entire worldview is being destroyed in front of her on live TV. So yeah, that's like a religious person learning the Earth is actually only 4,000 years old. We know we evolved from other primates. Nothing in the Bible is true. We know it's all bullshit. It's made up by man. The story was copied from another guy before Jesus. Yada, yada, yada. We know all of this stuff in the Bible is not true. There's like a religious person learning this for the first time, and just not being sure what to do with it. This is what happens when intersectionalists, on the rare occasions, actually meet someone who knows their worldview is bullshit. It's like a religious person having their eyes opened. Now, some religious people want to stay in the lie, but the debate should be had and the lie should be constantly exposed. And the more that it is, I think the more people will rightly decide that these are stupid ideas, let's reject them. Intersectionality is a set of bigoted, racist, sexist ideas, as bad and offensive as what the Nazis and the Ku Klux Klan believed, just the other way around. It's just as offensive, just as dangerous, and just as bad. Intersectionality needs to be put out of its misery and exposed for the bigotry that it is. People who are intersectionalists are bigots. They're racists and they're sexists, and they need to be exposed as bigots. This is a stupid set of ideas. And it's a religion, and people must have faith. Almost everything about these leftist ideas are the same as religions. This is why religion is often not prevalent on the left, because they replace religion with their own set of dogma. That's what's happened here. So the next time a religious person tries to tell you, well, look at all these bad atheists and secular people that did wrong. No, these leftists who did bad things, communists, etc., they had a religion. The religion was their leftist dogma, their leftist ideology. It's the same thing. And Marx, of course, is God to them. You can't question Marx. They constantly come back to Marx because Marx is God. Even though many of his ideas were stupid and have been disproved, and we know the free market destroys much of what Marx wrote about. Communism can never work, but because Marx is the God for them and his word must be perfect, this is their religion.